All right, I'm getting ready to mix up some cover crop seeds. I'm just going to mix some up. So first things first, this here is mustard that I harvested. You remember right, seeing that video where I harvested the mustard seed. There's a whole, well, you can't really see it. There we go. There are many in there. I just stuck it in an old Johnny's bag. I'm just going to put I'm only going to do one bed. Just going to be where the sweet potatoes was. And then I got some daikon radish, oilseed radish, tillage radish. They get them big long white ones. They're probably that long. I harvested one the other day, it's about that big. Pretty tasty. Bring it over a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Can't really see in there, can you? Anyhow, you get the gist. Bad idea, I reckon. Get a little taller tripod. I just brought my small one out, so you can grab my medium-sized one. Next is going to be some. This is from Southern States, our local farm supply place. I don't go there very much because they don't support local agriculture. They get their stuff from who knows where. This is just winter rye. I'm going to do most of that bed will be winter rye. If they bought their seeds local, their corn and stuff off local farmers, I'd probably support them more, but I don't. And this here's just some spring peas. I'm just going to throw them in for a legume. I'm going to dump in what's left in the bag, which isn't a whole lot. Mustard and radish. The only reason I'm putting mustard in there is because in the sweet potato patch we had a fair many bugs in there, so I figured I'd put some mustard in them, even though it's not that big a deal in there where they were, but there was a lot of bugs in that patch. So I'm gonna put mustard in with them. And then today she went through and took all the tomatoes out. I just cleaned them up when I got home from work. I'm just going to go through and throw these out. Then the garden's pretty much finished up for the year. We got all the cover crops in. This will be the last of the cover crops that I put in this year down here in this bed. I'm going to tear the fence down sometime every winter and redo it. I'm going to redo my fence and redo a few other things as well, but I'm going to set you up and let you watch me throw seeds out. Well, you didn't get to see that because I forgot to turn the recorder on. I set the time lapse time to record, but I wasn't smart enough to hit the record button, so you didn't get to see me. But I put them all. I put the cover crop seeds in. Just throw them out. It ain't like it's a big deal. You've seen me do it before. Seen it once, seen it a million times. So yeah, this garden down here is pretty much taken care of for the winter. I got 2 pepper plants still in. I'll take you down there and show you those. Everything's starting. Cover crops are starting to come in pretty good everywhere. You can see right through there. I don't know if you can see or not, but I'll put you down. This is where the corn was. Cover crops are coming in really good here, and even here where that is, there's some weeds still growing in there, but I ain't worried too much about the weeds. They're a cover crop too. There's some butternut squashes in down here. I should harvest them, but they're not quite ready to come up. As long as it don't freeze in the next little while, we'll be all right with those. But and if it does freeze, it does. It's not that big a deal. It's pretty much chicken feed anyways. We got all we need. So what's left will be chicken feed. We have some serious weeds down here. We do have some. We put them in this year. I'll probably cut out every other one or dig them up and transplant them. I didn't know they'd grow that big. I should have, but I didn't. These are artichokes. We actually ate a couple artichokes off. This year we was hoping it would open up and turn to a flower, but it didn't. There's one down there. We could actually harvest it and eat it. They were pretty good. I mean, they really were good. It's like artichokes. This is only the first year for them. So next year we should have really nice artichokes. So I need to go through and clean these up too. I'm probably going to use these for, probably going to use a lot of them, a lot of the leaves on those for, I'm probably going to use a lot of the leaves on that as a cover, as a ground cover, like mulch for the area where the asparagus is. But this area down here where all of the melons and stuff was, this area down here is taken over with weeds. I mean, like badly taken over with weeds. I've never had weeds like that before, but I need to get all this cleaned up. And the best way to do it, I'm going to tear the whole fence down all the way around the garden this winter sometime. I'm not sure when. Sooner rather than later, for sure. It's all coming down. Weed eating really close. Excuse me. Weed eating really close to the ground, and gonna weed eat really close to the ground. I'm gonna put this ground cover back down around the fence perimeter, and when I do that, then after I do that, then I'm going to put the fence back up. That'll help keep them out of the perimeter, and everything else I can contain inside the garden area. So that's, everything else will be easy to do, take care of. As far as weeds go, if I can get this away from the fence, I mean, that's a mess. I weeded it and pulled them and everything else several times this summer, but it's hard to keep up with everything. That makes a mess of things when you do it like that. The garden on the other side of the lane, I got weed barrier around it, and it takes care of it pretty good. So I'm gonna do the same thing here on this one for next year. But that's a fair bit of work I need to get done. And it's getting ready to snow. Well, it ain't getting ready to snow. It'll snow. It's only early October, so we should be good for a little while yet. But hopefully we have a mild winter like we did last year. But you never know, we might have a harsh winter. We ain't had one for a good while. And as cold as it got this year, early as it got, as cold as it got, we were liable to have a nasty winter this year. But yeah, that's pretty much an update on that garden. The other garden has nothing in it except for the Jimmy red corn like you seen the other day. All right, I got all cover crop seeds in that I'm gonna put in probably for the year. I might put some more in up over that corn is, the Jimmy red corn is. Other than that, I'm done with the cover crops. I'm gonna start working on this fence and at least getting some of the ribbon and whatnot down for sure. That's about all I'm gonna worry about right now. Getting the ribbon and the string across the top down. It helped to keep the deer away, but the main thing that helped keep the deer away was this second fence that's on the outside. This fence right here, not that. So next year I'll just put this up around, and I'll put that fence in too, but I'll put a fence in like this. That way they can see that, and then they can't tell depth. Somebody told me that a while back, and I actually believe it worked. So you hear so many things, you don't really know what to think whenever someone tells you how to keep deer out of your garden. But that right there worked better than anything else I ever tried. Better than all this twine, better than them bamboo, better than the ribbons, better than the regular fence, better than anything. 2 fences made me a believer. For sure made me a believer. So tomorrow night we're leaving. Today's the 5th of October. Tomorrow is the 6th. Homestead of America starts on the 7th, and we will be there. Looking forward to going. Hopefully meeting some of you guys. Hopefully meet some of you. come look for us. If you're there, come look us up. You'll see us. I'll be wearing a DHT hat most likely, or a that's what I got on now, the DHT hat. I'll either be wearing this or a Sow the Land hat, I'm not sure, but I'll probably have a DHT sweatshirt on, my hoodie, and I'm sure you've all seen it if you got it. And my wife, who knows what she'll have on, probably a coat. It says DHT on the coat. She's got a coat she wears a fair bit. It's got our logo on it. Yeah, so definitely look us up if you're there and you want to meet us. Not that we're anybody to meet, but we'll be there for sure. Looking forward to going. I'm more on getting this fence down. At least partly, like I said. I need to get some of it down because I need to get it all down and get the weeds taken care of for next year. It's driving me crazy, all them weeds. I got short patience when it comes to a lot of things, and weeds is one of them.